Hello and welcome to another episode of Killer Ant Reviews. Today we'll be talking about The Tactics of Mistake by Gordon R. Dickson. This is one that was actually picked up at a local thrift shop. So, mostly because that's where I usually got my books. I don't like paying like full price, like $10 for books, or else I'll be like broke. Um, so as you know, I'm very familiar with Gordon R. Dickson's books. Some are actually really good. Some I just couldn't get into. This one, at first, I thought it was going to be like, I don't think I can really get into this. But as I kept reading, it got more and more interesting. Basically, the entire book is about like a military strategist, although he does come off as arrogant sometimes, knows what he's doing, and basically figures out how to like win battles. Well, trying to minimize casualties, and even on both sides. Like some of the battles he goes in, he knows that there's going to be some acceptable losses, and he also manages to capture a bunch of enemies. And this guy is definitely not a fighter because multiple times they not multiple times they explain that he actually has a prosthetic leg, which is very interesting because most sci-fi with like war and stuff goes into details of soldiers going to war. This one takes a slightly different turn. Even though he's with them, he's not actually like in the front lines fighting. The cover itself, I think my only complaint is like all these characters were basically just chins. Something where Jay Leno would be like, "Oh boy, it's way too much chin." I do like the guy with the big mustache, though. That's pretty cool. Overall, cover's all right. Back cover, pretty awesome. Love the military equipment and the suits. So that's okay. While this is mostly not kind of like the book I usually would be reading, it was still an interesting read, and it also shows like despite how brilliant this guy is, he doesn't seem to be getting a lot of respect from the higher ups. They seem to be like resisting his strategy and even finding ways to basically demote him or kick him out. So he's trying to deal with like the politics of the military too. And this is going to be a short review. I mean, this is actually a pretty short book too. It's not too long. It's like just over 220 pages. That's not really long for a book. It's decent size, but not big. They also talk about the Dorsai a lot. I think that's how you pronounce it. I read a couple of those books that I probably won't be doing reviews for because I just don't have a lot for it. Like, they aren't like terrible, but they also weren't like good, in my opinion. I mean, if you like his stuff, that's cool for you. I know why he's a good author. I've liked some of his stuff. But they also talk about, and he also works with them a lot too, which was pretty cool. What would I give this book? 7 out of 10. I almost gave it a 6.5, but as it kept going on, I actually ended up pretty much liking it. Not one that I would probably like read again, but it's definitely worth my time. So yeah, this is kind of a short review. So until next time, this is Killer Ant.